Our goal is always a sale, maximize profit, an excited, loyal lifetime customer, right? But this virtual sales process really starts with connecting with our buyer virtually and moving them to the next step so we can create that excited, loyal lifetime customer. I'm David Lowe, the Automotive Sales Coach, and welcome to the Virtual Showroom. This lesson is all about understanding the virtual sales process. We want you to understand how to use the virtual sales process to maximize your results, to convert a higher percentage of your virtual leads, that email, that phone, that chat, that message, into an excited, loyal, lifetime customer, right? So let's walk through it, right? And I want to start probably at the end in mind. Our goal is always a sale, maximize profit, an excited, loyal lifetime customer, right? But this virtual sales process really starts with connecting with our buyer virtually and moving them to the next step so we can create that excited, loyal lifetime customer, right? And what we really want to do is create an appointment that shows. And I want to let you know something. The virtual sales process is basically the same as our sales process. We use the same thinking and tools and processes virtually as we use physically. Some of the skill sets are the exact same. Active listening, asking good questions, building rapport, overcoming objections, building value, building desire, and gaining commitment. Can I tell you something? If your physical sales process is strong, your virtual sales process should be strong as well, shouldn't it? All right, let's walk through it. I want to take you through, first of all, the customer viewpoint of this. Let's talk about your buyer's process. And it starts here with a decision to buy. Hey, I think we should get another car, right? And the process begins. A decision's been made. It's time to update. It's time to add whichever one, and the process has begun. And they start here with online research. It's right now. It's estimated that most customers spend 16 to 20 hours online, right? And they're researching. What should I buy? Where should I buy? When should I buy? How much should I pay? Right? They're doing the research online. And once they kind of narrow it down, they start searching and comparing by contacting us, right, virtually. A lot of them start by email, or they call us, or they chat. And most of them, after contact us, come and they have an in-store visit where they interact with us, they interact with the car, and we put the whole package together for them, and they take delivery, right? The process is the same. The average from decision to purchase is 63 days, and 90% of them are buying. That's their process, right? Now, our process has to meet their process, doesn't it? So first of all, we need to have a strong digital marketing plan, right? So, right, what does our website look like? Does it give them, is it simple? Does it give them the tools they need to say, hey, I should go there and look at that car, right? The digital marketing process. Now, sales consultants, that's not your end, but you should be looking online to make sure you know what's on our webpage so that you know when you interact with a customer what they've seen. And I'm sure that feedback is welcome at your management level if you see something that we can improve in our digital marketing side, right? Marketing side. Now, once they contact us virtually, then we kick in what we call our virtual sales process, and that's what this whole module is about, understanding how to move that buyer from contacting us virtually to seeing us physically, right? Saying, yes, I love you and I love that car, I'll take it. That's what we're going after, right? So that's the virtual sales process, and we're going to teach you how to use that to maximize your results and convert that higher percentage of these virtual leads into excited, loyal lifetime customers, right? And then, of course, once they come in, you already know how to handle that. It's the Excellence Roadmap. You've been training on that, and the Excellence Roadmap is where we go ahead and establish that relationship and rapport, build that value and desire, and gain commitment, and reach a win-win agreement. Now, that in-store visit might look a little different because when they come in and saying, how you doing today? My name is, you might walk out there and say, hey, Chris, Dave Lowe, great to see you. Thanks for coming in. We can welcome that appointment that we've been expected like old friends, and then we put them right into the excellence roadmap. We don't shortcut it because we started online. We follow the excellence roadmap. We may move quicker through the steps because we started online, but we don't skip a step. The more steps that we complete with excellence, the better that deal looks, the happier the customer feels, and the healthier your pride is in the job that you did, right? And of course, the bigger your commission is. That's how that works. Okay, now, why are we doing this? The goal is we want to move our customer from communicating with us virtually to talking to us on the phone and face-to-face. So I put a little chart here, and you can fill this in the way you want. Email and chat, what are the pros, right? The pro is it's easy and it's fast and you can do it anytime you want. What's the cons? It's really easy to misinterpret and miscommunicate email and chat. In fact, I think people read emails and messages like that, text messages, in the moment based on how they feel, maybe not how the sender intended it sometimes, right? So this is a difficult way to convey passion and emotion and love to a customer, right? So it's good because it's fast and easy. It's bad because it doesn't do a full job of communicating. So what we'd rather do is talk by phone. And the pros with phone is, of course, now you can have tone. You converse with tone. And you have feedback back and forth. With email, you might never, they email, they're gone, right? With phone, at least you can have a back and forth discussion. Right now, there is some cons here because the phone still you don't control. They can still just hang up and you don't have a chance to give, your body language isn't there talking for you. And the depth of your conviction, as we know, is much more effective at communicating our point than the height of our logic, right? So our conviction comes through our body language. That face-to-face is what we prefer, right? And so face-to-face contact is our goal. So here's what's happening. The buyer contacts us virtually. Our goal, if it's an email, is to move it to a phone call, and from there for face-to-face. If it starts as a phone call, then move it to a face-to-face, right? That's the communication spectrum, and that's the process, right? Okay. So I've laid it out for you kind of in this little map. So the new lead comes in, and we've got to have that automated response. The manufacturer, like, are you responding to your lead? So this really was designed to stop the clock, so we're responding, right? It doesn't do much for us other than that, right? And that's why we need to have a first email response, and we like to do that really kind of quickly. Thank them, appreciate it, always answer the question, always look for an opportunity to build value, and of course, set the stage for the call. Now, later in this module, we have lessons on how to write a great email, how to read their email, and how to send back an email that will get you that phone call, right? But that's what we want, that first response email, and hopefully that sets up the phone call. And this phone call should quickly follow the email. And again, thank you, appreciate it, answer questions, build a relationship on the call, and of course, ask for the appointment. Right now, I'm going to tell you, if I get an email with a phone number, I'm still sending my first email before I call. If I send that great response email that we're going to teach you to write, there's a better chance that they will pick up the call when you actually call, right? And of course, when they come in for an appointment or schedule an appointment, we want to use our professional appointment setting skills, which we're going to talk about later in this module. We teach you how to do that. And in some cases, we're going to gather pre-deal paperwork, and we're going to talk more about that, getting prepped for the appointment later in this module, right? Now, if for some reason we can't connect, we just keep repeating this stuff, right? Follow up via phone, email, and text, whatever we need to do to stay in front of them to let them know, hey, you're important to me and your business is important to me, and it's my job to follow up with you, and I'm going to stay in contact with you until you feel comfortable getting back a hold of me and coming in and seeing me. Remember, when the buyer doesn't initially contact you back right away, it's because they have a life. It doesn't mean they're not interested. They have a life. There's a lot going on. So don't read into the lack of communication as disinterest. Know that they have a life going on besides buying the car. Be patient and be persistent. Make sense? Okay. So again, what we're trying to do is use the email to set the call and the call to set the appointment. That is our virtual sales process. Because once we have them in front of us, we begin our excellence roadmap process. Does that make sense to you? Okay. I want to tell you, at many dealerships I go to, salesmen don't know what's online. Should you know what your buyer's looking at, right? You should see what they're looking at. Do we have pictures? Do we have Carfax? Do we have pricing? Do we have payment tools? Do we have trade evaluators? What does it say about the history of our dealership when we go to About Us? Is your picture online or the picture's outdated? Know what the website offers, so when you communicate with your buyer, you can communicate with excellence.